We embarked on a week-long journey to the Dominican Republic with our friends from Project Baseball. Join us as we explore one of the hotspots of international baseball. We would depart Miami for Santo Domingo. As we arrived in Santo Domingo, we waited for our group of friends from Project Baseball out of Arizona. Once everyone had a chance to grab their bags and get through customs, we boarded what would become a familiar vehicle over the next week. We made a pit stop at one of the local grocery stores to stock up for the week. Here, we found many new and exciting snacks and food. After the grocery store, we hopped back on the bus and headed for our hotel for the week, Hodelpa Garden Suites in Juan Dolio. The hotel features an inviting entry courtyard with garden-style aesthetics, a bar, and a buffet area. Hodelpa is in a gated community with many nice homes and a beautiful golf course. There is a decent-sized pool area on the back end of the property with a swim-up bar and a kids section of the pool. The rooms are large and feature a living room and a sleeping area. After the rest of the day, to unpack and unwind, we woke up the next morning and headed to Monte Plata, where we would train with some local kids and experience the culture of this mountain town. The first training area was set up in the side yard of one of the local coaches' homes. But our journey wasn't just about enjoying the games. It was about understanding the roots of Dominican baseball. So, we ventured beyond the city limits to the rural heartlands, where baseball is more than just a sport. It's a dream. In these parts, baseball fields are everywhere, from small patches of land amidst sugarcane fields to well-worn diamonds in every village. Here, young boys and girls play with a truly inspiring fervor, using makeshift bats and gloves, dreaming of making it big. The boys would get to work on some hitting and fielding drills in the Dominican style. First, we would watch the local boys go through the training, and then our boys would try it. After the initial training, we would all walk to the Monte Plata ball field. Here, the boys would get their first chance to play on a typical Dominican playing surface. It was cool to see how the boys interacted and communicated through the language barrier. They all spoke the same language, just in different dialects. Monte Plata was a great first impression of the local culture and baseball vibe. The Dominican Republic is not just renowned for its breathtaking beaches and rich cultural tapestry, it's also a nation deeply passionate about baseball. This sport is more than a game here. It's a way of life, a source of pride, and a path to a better future for many. Our trip to this beautiful island nation offered us an unforgettable glimpse into the world of Dominican baseball. After training, we walked back to the bus and headed back to Juan Dolio. Some of us hit the local beach for fun and more baseball. The next day, we had a chance to compare the local neighborhood ball fields with a professional baseball complex in Campo Las Palmas. This is the home of the Dominican facilities of the Los Angeles Dodgers. This would be a cool experience for all of us, as we spent the day at the Dodgers facility interacting with coaches and players from the Dodgers organization. As we dove deeper into the facility, we were lucky enough to get on the field with a few of the coaches and get some training.
Yeah, me, Landon, Colby.
We also had a chance to hit in the Dodgers batting cages and then on the field. Even Coach Huascar took a few swings. Next, we had a snack and cooled off in the Dodgers dining facility before we took in some Dominican Summer League action. Some of the boys even got a few Dodgers autographs on baseballs. The game was entertaining and left you imagining some of these players someday playing in the major leagues. The game was between the Dodgers and Cincinnati Reds Dominican teams. Most of the players, as we learned, were all under 19. These organizations house and train many local and other foreign ball players, all vying for a chance to make it to the United States to play professionally. But not all of these kids play in the games. This allowed the boys to rub elbows with some of the other Dodgers players who weren't in the game. The next day was another great experience in El Toro, the home of the Dominican Pittsburgh Pirates. We first noticed this tree at the front, at the Pirates facility. The tree was home to hundreds, if not thousands, of these unique black and yellow birds. We found that interesting because the Pirates' primary colors are black and yellow. Coincidence? Or did those birds pick their home due to the team's colors? As we walked through the facility, we saw some tributes to past Pirates greats and the amazing living areas, including the Pirates Academy. This is where many players get their high school education, a requirement in their journey. We checked out the coaches' living quarters, beautiful weight room, and training area. I even tried some Dominican tobacco. Next was some game action. The Pirates were taking on the Padres in a spirited and entertaining game. We were intrigued by one of the Pirates' pitchers and how well he was doing. This pitcher's name is Erwin Ramírez. Erwin is a 17-year-old prospect in the Pirates Dominican organization. After the game, we hung out with the Pirates players and coaches. The boys collected autographs, and the players gave the boys some of their game-used gear. Cam retrieved one of the players' first professional home runs. In exchange for the ball, the player gave Cam one of his bats. We had lots of good conversations with the Pirate players. Great experience at the Pirates facility. The next day would be a full one, with a trip into the heart of Santo Domingo and the Dominican Baseball Hall of Fame. Coach Huascar would guide us through this experience with a lot of interesting knowledge of the game and players that lined the walls of this facility. The Dominican Republic has produced some of the most talented players in Major League Baseball, names that resonate with fans worldwide. We had the privilege of having a retired MLB player who now devotes his time to coaching young hopefuls.
I know you guys maybe hear about this guy over here, Juan Marichal. That is the first Dominican player to be in the Hall of Fame. After him, after that, we have Pedro Martinez. We got now David Ortiz. I don't know who is in my country Hall of Fame, but I know for sure that this was the first Dominican player, Juan Marichal. He won like 2 Cy Youngs, one of the best Dominican pitchers, the first to be on the Hall of Fame. Over here, we can see over here, Rudy Hernandez. This was one of the only players that throw a no-hitter on MLB, the first Dominican player to throw no-hitter on MLB. And since I think we just got one more player. That was Sandy Alcantara that just did it last year before he did get injured. But that was the first no-hitter on the Dominican baseball history, Rudy Hernandez. We over here can see Damaso Garcia. He was one of the players on MLB with most power. He was the first Dominican player who collected, get around 400 home runs, and especially 478. Since him was Sammy Sosa, David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez, all of those players. But that was the first guy who showed the platinum power, how we call over here in Dominican Republic. And then we all know Manny Ramirez over here, one of the players here, and they say one of the best clutch players on the whole MLB. Still till this day, people think that he was that guy. The guy that when you need a base hit, he was the right guy to do it. And we all know about Manny Ramirez and all of the things that he contributed to the Dominican baseball, because we have the opportunity to play baseball because players like him put our name on the map. And Manny,
his stories of struggle, success, and the unbreakable bond he shares with his homeland were deeply touching. He spoke of baseball as a transformative force, capable of changing lives and bringing communities together.
Over here, you guys can see all of the space over here is people who already died and their family taking the base. The 3 brothers who play on the same team. Wow. Yeah, those are over there. One of the biggest was this big guy over there, Mateo. He was the first Dominican player because Bill Hill was the first Dominican player on debut on MLB, but he wasn't like a regular player. He wasn't playing every day. That guy over there was then after Bill Hill. He was the guy who went to MLB and played every day. And his first season, he had an average of 342, just being a rookie. And then after his 2 brothers came back, and they all play outfielders. And there were 3 brothers on the San Francisco Giants. And I feel like it's one of the coolest things that you can see in baseball when you have your brothers. And not just 2, because we see a lot of couple brothers playing 2, but they were 3, and they were able to play on the same team. And they all right now, they are in the Dominican Hall of Fame, and we got Mateo in the Hall of Fame too.
would finish up at the museum, head to the military base for more training, and let the boys play actual games with their Dominican counterparts. This facility had bleachers for all of us to watch the boys and even a VIP area. It was fun to watch the boys train and compete with the local kids. We even had one of our boys hit a home run. That was a spectacular celebration. Here, baseball isn't just played, it's celebrated. The city is home to some of the most historic stadiums in the Caribbean, where legends have taken their first steps towards international fame. We also had the opportunity to be humbled by way of life, struggle, and training regimen of this beautiful country. The next day, we would head to the Dominican Republic's MLB offices. Here, we would take a VIP tour of the operation and learn how it works. Once in the offices, we would be led to a conference room where the boys would listen to the MLB staff talk about critical and interesting information on how becoming a baseball player in the DR happens. After we walked the entire facility, we received just a bit more knowledge from the staff, took a few pictures, and watched the boys play until the rain came and shut us down for the day.
Mr. Benny? Where did you go?
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Studied in Pittsburgh. Do you like the academies?
Yes.
Were you able to meet any of the players?
Yes.
Okay, so as you saw, we have the 30 academies. We train all the players that were born outside of the United States, Puerto Rico, Canada, and U.S. Virgin Islands. All their contracts, when they get signed, all their contracts are approved via the Dominican Republic office. We're the one that investigate those prospects, that verify their investigations, and that confirm that they are.
The last part of the trip was probably the most humbling as we traveled to Coach Huascar's hometown of Donna Anna. We were greeted with cheers, horns, and much fanfare. We felt like VIP guests. We played passionate and fun-filled games as the boys got off the bus and into action.
Let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride. I know, man, passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way.
We got rained on again as the games were ending. But that didn't stop us from giving back to the local boys and reflecting on how lucky our boys have it. This was a heartfelt experience for us all. Coach Huascar gave a few very thankful speeches, and we had a chance to donate equipment to the local boys.
I feel that there is a many ways where we can do it, and we are very grateful for everybody who take their time to pack all of those stuff.
As our trip came to a close, we realized that our journey had been about more than just witnessing the beauty and passion of Dominican baseball. It was about understanding the profound impact the sport has on the lives of the Dominican people. Baseball offers hope, brings joy, and unites the nation in a unique and powerful way. Thanks for watching.